All right, let's talk about one of the most critical parts of running a successful Etsy shop, getting a handle on your processing profiles and shipping deadlines. We're going to show you how to make Etsy's system actually work for you instead of against you. You know that feeling? You're looking at your Etsy orders and you get that little knot in your stomach, trying to figure out what's due and when? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. It's one of the biggest headaches for sellers, but we are about to make it all make sense. So, we've broken this whole thing down into 5 easy sections. We'll start with the absolute basics, then get into how Etsy actually calculates your deadlines. We'll cover the special rules you need to know, look at some pro tools to make your life easier, and then wrap up with how all this stuff directly impacts your sales. Okay, let's dive right into section 1, the basics. This is all about the fundamental promise that you're making to every single one of your customers. So what on earth is a processing profile? The easiest way to think of it is just a reusable template. It's your promise, telling both Etsy and your buyer exactly how much time you need to get their order packed up and ready to ship. And honestly, it's incredibly simple. It's really only made of 2 little parts. First, the processing time. That's the number of days you need. And second, there's a little internal label just for you, so you can remember if it's made to order or ready to ship. The buyer never even sees that part. And let's be super clear, processing time isn't just packing. It covers the entire window, from the moment you hear that cha-ching of a new sale to the second you actually hand that package over to the mail carrier. That includes making it, personalizing it, packing it, everything. So here's how that works in real life, right? If you've got a product that's already made and sitting on a shelf, your processing time might just be 2 business days for packing. But if it's a custom item that takes you 4 days to make, well, your total processing time is now going to be 5 days. Simple as that. Now for section 2. So Etsy knows your promise. Let's look at how it takes that information and turns it into a hard, non-negotiable deadline for you. Okay, now here is a little detail that trips up so many sellers. The clock doesn't start ticking the second you get the order. So look at this timeline. If an order comes in on a Wednesday, that's day 0. Your first actual processing day is Thursday. So a 5-day processing time means that order isn't due until the following Wednesday. And this part is absolutely crucial. Your own work schedule completely changes the deadline. If you tell Etsy you only work Monday through Friday, that same order from Wednesday is due next Wednesday. But if you say you work weekends too, suddenly that same order is due on Monday. You have to be mindful of that setting. And all of this leads to the big one, the ship by date. This is not a suggestion, okay? This is the official final deadline. It's what you see and it's what the buyer sees. You have until 11:59 p.m. on that day to get that package out the door and marked as shipped. All right, on to section 3. Let's talk about some of the really important rules, a few exceptions, and some of the common mistakes that can get you into trouble. So what if you just forget to set a processing time for a listing? Well, the result is not good. Etsy can't create a ship by date, which means your buyer sees nothing on their receipt. That kind of uncertainty can make a potential customer nervous and, yeah, it can kill a sale. And here are 2 other quick but important rules. For all you sellers in the US and Canada, if you set up official holidays in your shop, Etsy will automatically pause your processing countdown on those days, which is nice. And hey, if you're selling digital downloads, none of this applies to you. Your stuff is delivered instantly. No processing profiles needed. Okay, let's move into section 4 and talk about some of the pro tools that'll help you manage your shop way more efficiently, especially as you start to grow. This tip right here is a massive time saver. If you have like dozens or even hundreds of listings, you do not have to edit them one by one. Just go to your listings page, tick the little checkboxes for everything you want to change, click edit, and boom, you can apply one processing profile to all of them at once. Now this is a seriously powerful feature. You can set different processing times for different variations of the same product. So look at this t-shirt example. Your smalls and mediums are in stock, they ship in 2 days. But the XL, that's made to order, so you can give just that one a longer 5-day processing time. This is how you really manage your inventory like a pro. So here's the bottom line. Why does mastering all of this actually matter? In our final section, let's talk about the real-world impact this has on your shop's growth and your success. And this, right here, reveals a secret weapon for getting ahead. Etsy's algorithm? It's smart. It's always watching your actual performance. And when you consistently ship items faster than you promised, Etsy rewards you. It starts showing shorter delivery estimates to new buyers, which, you guessed it, can directly boost your sales. And Etsy isn't just winging it, it's using hard data. It specifically looks at your shipping history over the last 120 days, as long as you've had at least 5 orders in that time. So what that means is your recent performance is what really counts. But hey, life happens. What if you know you're going to miss a deadline? You have to be extremely careful. You can only update a ship by date one single time per order. You can't extend it for more than 21 days, and you have to make that change before the original date passes. And most importantly, always talk to your buyer and get their okay first. So if you only walk away with one single thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this idea. Your processing time is all about setting clear expectations, but the ship by date, that is your firm, non-negotiable commitment to get the job done. So as we wrap up, I want you to go look at your own listings. The question to really ask yourself is this. Right now, based on everything we just talked about, is your shipping promise an asset that's helping you grow, or is it a liability that's actually hurting your shop?